record the video so I don't have to download it from Twitch later. Although, it's good to know that that is an option. Welcome, gentle viewers, to Magic Financial Aid Versus. It's very exciting to be here. I am joined, as always, by my co-host, Chaz.
How are you? I'm also very excited. Very excited. I love these. These are so much fun.
These were great. I am glad that we got it figured out, because like this is just another one of the formats that we get to mess around with here. All right, we're gonna direct challenge, deck type, format best of one, coin flip. Let's see. Okay, deck type Brawl, I think is how
I'm bringing
that
the
works.
heat today, Morgan. I've been made aware that I'm an ofer. So
I'm excited to see
I'm an
what
Owen.
what you're bringing to the table. So according to the graphic, I'm loading up Karn. And you're playing.
I'm really excited. Yeah, I'm
Neyith?
showcasing. Yep, I'm showcasing the Jumpstart recently added to MTG Arena. So you can craft these and use them for historic Brawl specifically. And you can craft them for Jesus Commanders. Ooh.
I'm gonna show everybody Neyith, but first, this hand is amazing. I'm keeping it.
I don't
hey,
know
Mr.
if
Ducky.
this
Hey.
is so greedy.
We've got a lot of classics here. We've got a book card right in our opening hand, which is excellent.
I'm gonna keep this. I'm gonna keep this.
I'm keeping
very
two.
Greedy. This is very greedy.
So Neyith, whenever one or more creatures you control fight or become blocked, draw a card. You may pay 3 mana at the beginning of your combat. If you do double target creature's power, that creature must be blocked as combat if able. I'm going to start with this tapped land.
Oh, thank goodness. Oh my gosh.
Did you get there?
Oh, yes, we did. That could have been really bad. Really bad.
All right, well.
Thank you, RNGesus.
I'm not gonna play anything else here. We're just gonna pass the turn and probably face a similar feeling, emotional feeling as Chaz here. Okay. So we got the good old turn 2 Llanowar Elves start.
Yeah. It's always best to play Llanowar Elves turn 2. Not many players will we are just gonna choose this.
Okay. Alright, well, that didn't work out great. So I guess we'll just cast this card. And then, because Neyith is so big, we're going to end the turn. I don't know if I have any removal in this deck, I'm gonna be honest. I'm excited about this card. If I had known that I was playing against a Gruul deck, I might not have put this card in this deck. But, I mean, we're not metagaming against each other. That's less fun. Oh gosh, Chaz is playing good cards.
Told you, Morgan. I was aware. I'm an Owen.
In it to twin it.
I'm in it today.
Okay.
Trying to right this ship.
Yeah, so I'm a little cautious about.
Rightfully so. I mean, it's not surprising I'm an Owen.
Oh no.
Morgan's really good at Magic.
Okay, well, I have a couple of options here. None of them are good.
Okay.
Like, oh wait, this is pretty dope, kind of. I guess it just like gets eaten by Neyith. Never mind. Playing my commander probably isn't the greatest idea. How about okay, we'll do this one because I think this is the way that we win.
Chaos Wand. I vaguely remember this. Yes.
Like, I think our best chance here is to Chaos Wand into removal and hope that we didn't misread this Vivian and it's the one that destroys artifacts. So, last turn, Chaz did not attack with Llanowar Elves, which is interesting.
Perceptive, Morgan. Yes, I did not. Shoot. We've been found out. We've been found out, Twitch chat. We've been
got.
we got. That is unfortunate. We plans are ruined. Okay. I think we can just do things at our leisure here. So I think we do. I think
So, I don't know if this keep was like really greedy. I had 2 mana rocks in my hand. Drawing like a bunch of do nothings is probably not great, but okay. So that could be a creature in exile. Who knows? Alright, so there's definitely like an Elder Gargaroth or something. No? What? Okay, let's see what we got here. What was that? Oh, thanks, Ruthless Pigeons. I super appreciate that. Let's hopefully that subscription. Oh God. Okay, well. I missed completely. All right, this might be a little bit unfortunate. Not great, but yeah. Well, thank you for joining us. I really appreciate that. I love doing these like versus streams with Chaz. And Chaz is like completely silent now, as far as I can tell.
I'm really engaged
He's
on this.
in the game.
I'm in the game. I'm here, but I'm okay,
well, this was
I
our
think
like
we
mulligan deck
do
anyway.
I think we do this.
Like the rough thing about Neyith is since Chaz untapped with her, I like couldn't put any of my creatures like I guess this one could have killed it, but oh, thank God. Does that do literally anything? Let's see what this card goes to. It might get flying, in which case. Okay, first strike, not bad also. And we're actually just gonna play this out. I think like maybe Chaos Wanding was a little bit aggressive. I think like this being a Neyith deck, it was pretty safe to assume that the cards that it hit would be fight cards, and so activating Chaos Wand when I had no creatures out may have been a little aggressive.
I think we just do this.
Okay, yeah, that does do it. Terror of the Peaks is so good in this deck. And you got to finally draw a card off Neyith. That's
I did. I turn 7, drawing a card off Neyith. I'm happy.
You got the value.
We got the value.
Okay. Here, purely for the entertainment value. Obviously, I'm taking that damage, going negative, etc. All right, defeat.
We're on the board, Twitch chat. I have finally,
congratulations,
in our historic Brawl, I finally put one on the board.
It occurs to me that there might not be as good of an artifact deck in historic Brawl as there is in like Commander.
Yeah,
because
I don't think there's like as many accelerants in.
There's not as many accelerants. Like, they're not going to print another Grim Monolith or anything like that. And Grim Monolith, when I was playing an artifact deck, was basically like the Nut High or Soul. I guess Soul Ring too, but like, you know what I mean. All right, this one.
Yeah, they're not going to print Soul Ring. I doubt it.
Let's go. Ooh, okay. Chaz is on the jumpstart train. I decided to showcase the older, the more historic, if you will, generals. But we got Emiel the Blessed, which is a green-white unicorns deck. Ooh, okay. I'm just gonna activate this now so I don't forget.
It's gonna be a little unfortunate for me to reveal there's not many unicorns in the deck. I'm sorry if there's any expectations. There's like 5 unicorns in historic. I tried. I really did. I really did try.
I mean, it's probably better that instead of sticking to the unicorns, you probably did things that are good when you blink them.
Yeah.
All right.
There's a few of those. Yeah. There might be some cards that do some things. Uh-oh.
So we got Wishclaw Talisman here, which is going to be
that out of here.
Interesting. Fortunately, we are not going to be like subject to dying to a creature because we just don't have any answers ever. We actually do have our boy Gadrak here. I like this curve, this into this. Yeah. I'm interested to see how this card plays in our deck, because in a deck with like this kind of converted mana cost spread, you'd kind of think that it wouldn't be great, but however, we got some big boys.
This is, so that's 4 more artifacts? Okay.
Oracle of Moldiah. That card is in historic. Jiminy Crickets.
So it actually so Gadrak can actually block. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's not do that.
Alright, so we're going to put
Gadrak's doing something.
A tiny bit of pressure on here.
Okay.
And just plus Chandra. Hope not to exile anything good. Yeah, Mana Geode. We don't care about it. I think I'm the worst person to have Wishclaw Talisman in their deck because I just always like have the monkey's paw kind of mindset. where I just can think of, oh gosh, I didn't. That was at the top of your library. Got it. Yikes.
Yeah, we gotta.
Yikes. Okay, maybe this Chandra. Oh yeah, that's what we forgot to do that this time. But okay, fortunately, we've got a mild ace up our sleeve where Emiel the Blessed is going to kill Chandra. Chandra is going to kill Garrick. Ooh, okay, I'm in. What is... Yes. So I'm going to discard this card only. Okay, that was fine. But now we got a pretty big guy. Mr. Ducky, we will be posting those on Twitter, deck lists, as well as in the description when I post this on YouTube. Okay. Ooh, Cloud Shifts in this deck. Yeah, so there's plenty of Jumpstart cards in Chaz's deck, which is awesome. There, I think, is some of mine too. Banishing Light, rude.
Yeah, we're gonna go with no attack.
All right. Well, I guess I should have discarded that land as well. All right. Let's play our Lathliss, the Dragon Queen. Pass the turn. I wonder if there's anything I can wish Claw Talisman for. Like, to get rid of this Banishing Light, because having that out of the way would be pretty good for me. And getting back the Cavalier of Flame. Wish I had my deck list up right now. Foreboding Spirit. Forbidding Spirit. Okay, that's okay, I thought this was the Stonehorn Dignitary effect, where what it did was it made it so that my creatures can't attack at all, which would have been goofy. Okay, we're activating this Wishclaw Talisman here, see what we can find. Ooh, this is a combo with Wishclaw Talisman. Okay, I'm gonna take that one. Alright, check this out, Chaz.
I'm checking it. Human or artifact? Okay.
Look. And then...
Okay. Gotcha.
Yoink! Just all downside is gone.
Yeah, that's a problem.
And then I think I'm going to attack because this deck can attack.
Yeah, we can't really block that.
I love this card, this Lathliss. It's so pretty. and also pretty good, I'd say.
Hmm.
Also, Chaz, the reason that I remembered that you
Yes.
played Vivian, you weren't Ofer because you beat my.
Did I?
Yeah, you
I
beat
don't.
one of my decks with. It might have been Vivian. It might have also been the Nethroid deck, but I remember I just got like rolled over.
You might be right. Um, I I guess I was trolled then.
I mean, it's a pretty good troll if it's like just believable enough. That's
yeah. Oh, it's
all I
definitely.
gotta say.
Oh, it's definitely believable. I don't see a way out of this, unfortunately. We can, I guess, try to fish. Oh,
Oh, awkward! You had to land on top of your library, but oh, yep, you get to play it. I thought the roster
no, I
trigger
already
was solved.
played two,
Oh
unfortunately.
wow!
Yeah, it'd be like that. That's a lot of dragons.
Fortunately for us, we're at the point in the game where we haven't missed a land drop yet. So okay, well that's good. That makes blockers. We're at a point where even if Chaz bounces Forbidding Spirit every turn, I guess they could do it twice. That would be scary. We can like pay for it. Okay, so Forbidding Spirit is gonna force me to choose between attacking and playing spells. And I mean, I think we all know what I'm gonna do. The answer is both.
The answer is both.
I think I can actually, yeah, because this Heraldic Banner adds mana.
Well, block the 7 power creature. Try to do something.
Oh, and we got a treasure, so now wait, 4 more artifacts. I was gonna say so now Gadrak's turned on, but he's still not. Chaz, what do you think about historic brawl as a format? And you can tell me these things when you are not concentrating on this.
Yeah. Do we have a rope in this mode?
Uh, I don't know. It looks like we don't have timers, so we
Okay.
don't have extra time. So I
So,
don't think we have ropes.
um, I like historic brawl because I don't know if we this was on stream, but we were talking before we started recording. I like the fact that historic brawl exists because it's like a natural step from just normal brawl. In the sense that when you make a brawl deck, when all those cards rotate, it's now essentially a historic brawl deck, and you can add more cards to it in a different card pool. So I really love that very seamless transition from you start the program, you get all these cards, you love Brawl, you make a Brawl deck. Oh no, my cards are like rotating. What do I do? Well, now here's Historic Brawl, and then you have like all of these cards like Jumpstart that they can add to the format, they can add to the program, and you could just add them to your deck. I think it was a really good idea.
Yeah, I
Uh,
remember when Brawl started and everybody was like, why is it only standard? But I think Historic Brawl really kind of mitigates some of the issues that people were having with like the decks that they got to play and like the limited time feel of Brawl, because now they get to just, oh no, all of my power. Now like you said, you can go from playing Brawl to playing historic Brawl pretty easily. And Magic Link, thank you for confirming. Yeah, I don't think there are ropes in direct challenges.
Oh, thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you. Yeah, I don't. This is not good. Um,
Interesting attack.
yeah. There's really not much I can do anyway. I can't stop all three of the attackers, unfortunately. So
Yeah, and
offer up Emiel,
Laughless is
and
an anthem too.
yeah,
I was thinking you might be able to
no,
survive by like blocking with Wall of Blossoms and then blinking your Knight of Autumn. Uh,
I can't. Yeah, I can't outdo the anthem effect
yeah.
of Lathless, unfortunately.
Yay! Big dumb dragons! Let's go!
So Emiel's definitely fun. One thing, it's just creatures, so it kind of definitely limits your um, shenanigans, your blinking shenanigans, and the unicorn mode doesn't really come up all that often, and not just because like there's not that many unicorns in general,
Yeah.
and it's just like I don't know how many times that you would want to really do that. You
Mhm.
could you could build it in a couple different ways. It does add +1/+1 counters regardless if you just pay, so you can play around counters and proliferate as well. Do you want a tiebreaker?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I was thinking we could play the winning decks against each
Yes,
other
let's
because
play
that
the
Karn deck
winning deck.
kind of hurt to play.
All right.
Um, but yeah, there's like in M21, there is like a +1/+1 counter theme. So I think the Emiel deck kind of not coincidentally ties into the +1/+1 counter theme in M21 because uh, part of what they did with the jumpstart was they meant it to be like a product where people can like pick it up and that's their gateway, but then M21 the core set is meant to be kind of like an introductory product as well. Ah, ow, my ears, my sub alerts are so loud. But thank you, Chaz, for gifting a sub to Mr. Ducky. Mr. Ducky, welcome. I am going to have to get around to putting my. I have emotes. I do. I just haven't done them because I haven't been streaming that much. But we do have them. All right, Neyith versus Bladewing, and we will keep this. This card is interesting, partially because it just. I don't think I'm going to be able to trigger its condition that much, but we'll see. Of course, we've got the classic turn 1 Llanowar elves.
Classic. Not turn 2 this time.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
thank you. Hey, green deck player, Land of War Elves, turn 1. Gotta love it.
Yeah, I'm sorry about the I'm sorry about the volume, Mr. Link. Oh gosh. I love Twitch Studio. I have not figured out how to change my activity volume yet. Let's see, what is this? Okay, well that can't do anything. All right. Good deal. I don't know what we're gonna do about this Vivian. We're gonna hope that it doesn't matter, I think is the answer. But as we saw in the last game, Vivian does a great job of making reach creatures to block my assorted flyers. Okay, that's...
Yeah, we have some game against that.
I have this card, which makes me think that like it's not necessary to use removal quite yet. But at the same time, if Chaz plays another thing that I want to get rid of with this card, then it's probably good to have gotten rid of something already. Oh, good, yeah. And having this card down early is great because if Chaz and I are in a racing situation and it dies, then I can just, get it back. Haha. Good old Bladewing. I had a Bladewing commander deck back in the day when it was like $10 to build on Magic Online before Commander Online got really big, and it was a joy to play. And this one's actually like pretty comparable. Okay, so Voracious Hydra, definitely big, definitely large, definitely in charge. Oh, hey, look, another friend from last game.
Definitely.
Oh, human, target human. All right, well.
Clan War Elves, classic. Gets away from opportunistic dragon.
So I probably could have just played this one, but that's okay. I might dump it in my graveyard with this. I'm probably going to discard this as well. I don't think it's going to be very useful. This card is great, though. Okay. Classic Vigilance. No blocks.
Classic Vigilance.
Alright, so Chaz still can't play Neyith, which is good.
I cannot. Yeah, this is gonna get interesting.
Alright, so let's run out this boy. I think we just discard our hand here. Drawing 4 fresh cards sounds fantastic to me. Like, the only issue is we're kind of worried about drawing lands to play Bladewing, but let's just do it. Alright, I did not have to worry about drawing lands to play Bladewing.
Let's see.
Oh no, I'm sure Chaz has like a fight card of some stripe here. Okay. No attacks. I definitely forgot about the flash text on Vivian, so I'm glad you played something, because I would have just run into like whatever your next combat trick on a stick was. This is
Let's do
awkward. Now Chaz does have mana to play Neyith. I doubt that's what, like, the Voracious Hydra probably isn't getting tapped to play Neyith, though. Let's find out. It feels like some of the Jumpstart cards were just like, oh, we have this programmed into Arena from when Kaladesh was on Arena. Like, why not throw it in there? Garrick's Uprising. That's a great card.
I think we do this.
Oh, Insta. Double blocking. Just to see which one is hitting the bin. Alright. Each opponent and each planeswalker they control. Heck yeah. Didn't even need to pick. No! My other dragon. Oh, hello.
Oh, very nice.
Terror of the Peaks is the card that I was most excited. The Terror of the Peaks is the whole reason that I'm picking up this deck. I'm so excited. Also, like, hoping that nothing bad happens between then and now. Rude. Vivian seems really strong in these, like, slower Brawl games. Like, I've never come close to killing her.
Vivian?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's good.
Okay, well, that could do it. Let's see.
I don't feel like I even destroy her in normal games.
Okay, well, I mean, like, what are we here to do if not Bladewing and get back Terror of the Peaks?
Of course.
This card is an interesting include. I think it's good. It's like a Howling Mine, sort of. Yeah, Rada. Chaz actually played with Rada in our last Brawl versus my Jolrail, and I think Rada just didn't have enough card advantage in that matchup. So it was just a little bit slower. Kolga, no! Stop it! Oh my goodness. This sucks. Ugh.
No, and we're not gonna attack, unfortunately.
Okay, so I think what we're gonna do is kill this.
Yeah, that does it.
And okay, pump this.
Yep.
We're actually going to kill Vivian because we have the opportunity now. We're not necessarily, like, I don't think this one attack is going to mean the difference between killing Chaz and not killing Chaz. So I think getting rid of Vivian is worth it. I'm going to play Bloodfell Caves, play Stormfist Crusader, which is actually pretty good with Theater of Horrors. That's a combo I didn't think about, but all right. Hopefully Howling Mind does us some good. Also, getting Vivian off the table means that Chaz can't take as much of an advantage of the Stormfist Crusader extra card as before, because like having the ability to play creatures at flash speed means that Chaz can play them when he draws them. Ooh, okay. Beginning of your pre-combat movies, exile a card from your graveyard. Okay. Ooh. Good old Oracle of Moldiah. It's got Trample, worth noting. Okay, this is a good card to know about, huh? I think. Well, first, I'm going to... Let's see, I have 8 mana, go down to 6 mana, yeah. I'm going to attack with Bladewing.
Okay.
Play this card. Good old Dragon's Horde. That was the card that I was looking for earlier.
Oh, nice. Wouldn't be a dragon deck without it.
No, absolutely not. And then we're just going to do this.
Very nice.
And then if it resolves... So I'm actually just going to have each player sacrifice 2 creatures because I want this Bladewing to be back in my command zone so I can get my Terror of the Peaks back. Take action. And we get to draw a couple cards, which I desperately needed. Hey, those are some pretty dope ones. I think this has a lot of targets in Chaz's deck. And like Chaz's mana situation is still pretty dope because of the Clothis. From a graveyard. God damn it. Okay. Okay, that could have been worse. That's all I'm saying. There's a heroic intervention as well. Okay. Heroic intervention, again, like not nearly as good against Liliana. But like pretty good against his hand, actually. Alrighty. We have just enough mana to cast this Bladewing. Let's get this Terror of the Peaks back.
Ooh. That could have been a real big oopsie. for us.
Do I want another land?
So turns out,
I think so.
Opportunistic Dragon could have taken Neyith.
Yep.
Yeah.
But I have to get
what we need? Yeah, we need the Terror of the Peaks.
Yeah.
What are we here for?
Because I'm probably just like, as soon as I can, using Liliana to sacrifice Bladewing again to get back another dragon so that Terror of the Peaks triggers a bunch.
Well, let's get it this time.
Oh no!
Let's not do that again.
Clothis. Okay, so I have this card. I can draw several cards off of this Dragon's Horde. Oh, interesting. Alright. So I have to block here. So I'm going to block with my Bladewing. And Chaz is going to draw a card, and Chaz can play like Heroic Intervention if they want. But regardless, this Bladewing there isn't is going to die, which I'm a big fan of. Oh gosh, she has trample. Okay, that's worth knowing.
I couldn't see Liliana. Oh my gosh.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It. I don't know why Arena does that.
Because yeah, you could have pumped a Neyith.
Yeah, I could have. Oh shoot. Okay, that's fine.
So I drew that card.
That is unfortunate.
Let's do this one again. Ooh. Okay. So we're gonna see if this Terror of the Peaks trigger resolves. No, it does not. Take action. And we will make a zombie. Hit there. And I think we're gonna keep the zombie back because we want to protect Liliana a little bit more. This Gadrak is never attacking. Oh my goodness. Okay, fortunately we got all the dragons out of our graveyard before Clothis could finish up her gruesome work. Let's see. Giving Neyith trample is just a lot. Okay, this time I think I just want to get rid of her. And yeah, this because I have to put Gadrak in the way of because I want to keep Bladewing around and I want to keep Liliana around. So oh man, Neyith doesn't even get to draw every time one of my creatures blocks. Also, it does get rid of a couple of devotion for Clothis. Okay.
Yeah, this is looking bad.
Ooh, this card is fun. And I can actually do it. Interesting. Ooh, I forgot about this card for a second. Alright, well. Hey, Siege! Welcome! Chaz and I are playing Brawl. Oh, okay, so that's unfortunate. That's the post-combat Garrick is probably due to the Neyith trigger. We are playing Historic Brawl, and Chaz, we're in the final showdown between Chaz's Neyith deck, which beat my Karn deck very soundly, and my Bladewing deck, which did similarly to the Emiel unicorn deck.
Yeah, that might be it, folks.
Let's see.
I couldn't quite get this Clothis online.
Okay, I'm gonna put this Gadrak back on top of my library before Clothis does something we'll regret. We're gonna pump up this jam. Ooh. Uh. Forgot I had this ability. Let's do that. Do that.
Yeah. The beast doesn't even the beast doesn't even get the free trade. Okay. Very nice. I like that. Morgan is ruthless today. Very nice. The beast doesn't even get the free trade. Oh, no zombie slaying for you, beastie.
Oh my goodness. Okay, Chaz.
Yes.
How do you feel? What are your post historic brawl impressions on the format and like what we did today?
Um. Well, in classic fashion, Morgan was on was on point pretty much the entire time. Stole a game with Neyith, but was handily defeated in our best of three. I actually Neyith is really strong.
Yeah.
Out of the two that I've played, like Emiel's definitely can do some interesting stuff, but Neyith, I feel like I don't know if there's that many fight commanders, but this one seems strong.
Yeah, I agree. And I think that like Neyith was able to do something Emiel wasn't, which is remove my creatures. Like as we
Yeah,
saw against Bladewing, it's a little worse because like I want my creatures to die in Bladewing,
yeah,
but against like any quote unquote fair deck that isn't just reanimating all of its creatures. I think that the ability for Neyith to just kill whatever development I had on board is just very good.
yeah. It feels like so. I think one of the things that a lot of these fight centric like commander decks or even brawl decks didn't have is a way to continue to generate card advantage.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Nayeth pretty much it might be the perfect commander to do that. Like again, I don't think there was there. I'm sure there was other fight commanders, but I can't see how they're now anywhere near as good as Nayeth. Like you're drawing cards, you're attacking for like incredibly high amounts. They're forced to block, so I mean, it's encompassing everything you want to be doing in a deck like this.
Yeah, I
Uh,
think the one thing about Neyith in Brawl is that a lot of cards that would have been fight are now deals damage to. So
yeah,
in the colloquial punch rather than fight. And so like that's better in situations like limited where I would rather my creature guaranteed survive, but in Nayeth you want that exact wording.
that is something that even in deck building, it's interesting that you said that, Morgan. Like, because when I was building the deck, I don't know how many fight creatures or spells we've had in the past. I don't know, few years. It seems like a lot, and then all of a
Mhm.
sudden you're trying to build around that mechanic, and then all of a sudden your card pool is fairly limited because what you thought was fight is essentially fight in text form, but it doesn't specifically say fight. So you're not um, gaining that card advantage from Nia's abilities. So it was actually kind of a little bit of a challenge because some cards you thought actually specifically say fight, some of them don't. But overall, I mean, I really like the format. I kind of didn't really know what. Like, this was my first um kind of look at the historic card pool in general. Like,
Mhm.
I knew like historic, and I've like glanced at the cards. I kind of know what sort of is in historic, but I didn't sit down and when you have to like build a deck, you're kind of now looking more intently at it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think I'm happy that it exists. I hope they add more to it in the sense like I know they add the anthologies, but also like these sets like Jumpstart. I hope they add more to the card pool because it's a lot of fun. And it's kind of almost like a format that will kind of stick around. It's almost like the legacy of no, but it's true though. It's like the legacy of Magic Arena, if that really makes sense. Where like that your cards will kind of stick around, and you can like build these brawl decks, and it's like really fun.
Yeah, and one of the nice things about Historic Brawl is that you get to play cards that don't really work anywhere else or might have worked in limited but don't really work in constructed or six like the historic format as it is. Like Bladewing the Risen is one of those cards where like it was put into historic and I don't know if they had any other intention for it to be played other than giving like people like me a chance to use all of the cool historic dragons in Brawl.
Yeah, and it's like interesting because it really does seem like a random kind of assortment of cards at first, but then you're like kind of happy that these cards do exist because then you can build around them. Like I know you've been pretty hyped about Blade Wing the Risen uh, since we announced that we would play Historic Brawl,
Yeah.
so I'm like really happy to see it in all its glory because it seemed to be pretty awesome to keep reanimating cards, and then you get like these awesome interactions of um, your wish claw talisman and the opportunistic dragon. You could have subsequently taken Neyith. I missed that interaction.
Yeah.
Opportunistic dragon, that would have been awful
I
because at
I
that
just
point I
couldn't.
couldn't do anything about.
I just had to get the Terror of the Peaks, otherwise you were
Yeah,
gonna
of
exile
course.
that one next.
Yeah, you have to. You have to get
Um,
terror. Like the best card in the deck. Might or a creature maybe.
I think another thing, like a good thing, I think about this format. I know people give a lot of shit to planeswalkers, but like, sure, you can use like the competitive planeswalkers, like Three Fairy. I think would be god awful to play against in this format.
Oh gosh, it would be awful. And some, okay, like I get it, but please don't play Teferi as your commander. Please
Yeah.
don't do that.
Like at least
Please.
you know that the person's deck
Yeah.
isn't fun and you can just like start another game like pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, that would be that would be annoying.
Oh, that would be annoying.
But you get
That
to
would
see
be
cards
really
like
awful.
Garrick Unleashed and Vivian Arcbow Ranger. Is that which one you played? Vivian Champion of the
Arc,
Wilds.
yeah,
That
Champion of the Wilds.
that maybe had like a niche area in standard, but we got to play the heck out of them here. Like 6 mana Liliana is one that like I didn't really see play in standard, but it was really fun to just play her and get rid of all my creatures and then do it again.
Yeah, I don't know, like maybe it'll translate better to Brawl, but even historic, like I kind of unironically looked at some of the Planeswalker deck Planeswalkers when I was building.
Yeah,
They're
yeah,
not entirely bad.
yeah.
Um,
No,
and there's like a lot of them. I didn't realize like there's like four different Vivians and like four different Garricks and like four different everything else, but they're not all terrible. Like I kind of eyed them for a minute, but then I was like, I'll just play like Monsters Advocate or something like that. Yeah, the Planeswalkers definitely seem a little more tame in this. Although like some really strong ones do still exist, unfortunately.
yeah, and I mean, like, you're going to see that regardless because they're strong in standard, and so it's just a matter of like
Yeah.
not playing them. I think between you and I, like, we kind of know what's up, right?
Yeah.
And I think it says a lot that neither of us play a lot of blue in these games.
Yeah, we have like this kind of unwritten rule that we didn't really specifically state, but we just kind of know what's up. Yeah.
Yeah, we just
I
want to
mean,
have fun.
yeah, and like I even this even translates to Commander. Like I can't like not build a deck with green in it without like Vivian Champion of the Wilds, and that just well, but yeah, I can't build a Commander deck without green in it, and then there's certain cards even in this pool that like I'll even play in Commander, and it's like well, I have to play this in Brawl. Like, Vivian Champion of the Wilds might be one of the best, like, better Commander Green Planeswalkers in the format. So I like have to play it in Brawl if I can.
Hell yeah.
That card's ridiculous.
Yeah, she did really well, especially because I didn't have a lot of early pressure. I might need to like curve on you and play some sort of aggro deck next time
Yeah,
because
it's like I get super quiet too, and I like all of a sudden have all of this like these lines of thinking. Like Morgan, I don't play blue all too much altogether. Like not just
uh-huh.
because of Brawl. So when I suddenly can play all my creatures as though they're bad, like it's like okay, it's interesting. I can do this a bit differently. So I definitely try to take my time in terms of like, well, it's like my creatures are spells now, so play them anytime. Neyith is a pretty heavily like a heavy creature deck because you
Hmm.
want to like just keep fighting as much as you can. I think if I had to go, like if you had one revision, like do you think like I know you played Karn. Do you
Hmm.
think Karn's just not strong, or do you think that
So
maybe there's like a different approach that you would have had?
I think looking at this deck, I played a lot of like fun artifacts, you know? So, and also not a whole lot of lands. I think I have 23 lands in here,
Sure.
which might have been my issue. But I was like, oh yeah, I can play like Ulamog and Ugin and Meteor Golem and Dreamstone Hedron because I'm playing an artifact deck and I should have enough mana to play these. But really, my ramp consists of like Guardian Idol, Mind Stone, which is great. That was in one of the anthologies and I love it very much.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh, Power Stone Shard. I have a Scuttlemud in here. I have a Spinning Wheel in here. I have an Unstable Obelisk in here. Uh, but like, I think if I went a lot harder on like the Mystic Forge aspect of the deck, I might have
Sure.
been able to like get going a little bit faster. And it might have just been a matter of like I should have mulliganed that hand. But like one thing I do like about this deck is it's a very good Field of the Dead deck.
That it is. Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah. I think the same. I think like well, the Emiel deck you can play a couple different ways.
Mhm.
Unfortunately, like I said earlier for chat, like they're just the unicorn aspect of that card. There's just not many unicorns, so you kind of have to build it either like blink or proliferate or something along those lines. But just the unicorn aspect of that card, unfortunately, for now, is not too appealing because there's just not many unicorns, just in Magic in general, but definitely certainly for Brawl. Like there's
Yeah.
like five, and there's like generic 2 mana 2/2 like lifelink unicorns. And like while I would have tried to make it work, it's like
That's just not worth it.
it's just not gonna cut it.
Yeah, it's not going to be good. Like you when you can play cards like Wall of Blossoms and Elvish Visionary, why are you playing a
Yeah.
2 mana 2/2?
Yeah. I I do like so I'll kind of end on this. What I like about Brawl, and maybe because it's still kind of a limit, like it has a larger card pool in historic, but it doesn't feel like 60 or 50% of my deck is just like generic good stuff, right? Like I kind of find that a lot. Like I don't know how much Commander you all play, but I play a good amount of Commander, and I know there's a lot of like literature on this, but there's like just there's so many good overall Commander cards
Mhm.
that like building around commanders, like yeah, it's like fun and all that, but like the majority I see, like by the time you're like building around your commander, like 60% of your deck is either lands or just like stuff that you need for commander. The one like kind of breath of fresh air in Brawl, and this is not sponsored or anything like that. Like I,
But it could be Wizards
it's
of the
like
Coast.
hashtag not
Get us.
sponsored,
Get at us.
but yeah, Brawl and historic Brawl, it's kind of fresh because like yeah, you have like Once Upon a Time. Like I'll probably build any green deck with like Once Upon a Time in it and like
Vivian Champion of the
Land of War
Wilds in
Elves.
it.
Yeah, like that stuff. But it's like 5 cards instead of like 25 cards, so it
Yeah.
maybe feels a little bit better, right?
Yeah, and I like that it's both easier and a little bit more difficult to be very focused on your theme. Like you said, the Emiel Unicorns deck just isn't there. Um, in a deck like in a tribal deck that like cares about the tribe a little bit more. Like Emiel, it's between 1 and 2 counters, so it's not like a huge
Yeah,
deal. In my dragons deck, I had like a lot of great dragons, but I didn't have like all of the best dragons in Magic, which
yeah,
I think is really fun. Like I'm always one of those people who loves to get myself like some sort of uh like a hobble where I want to build
yeah,
specifically around a theme because I don't want the deck to be like too good. Like I don't want to get to that point. So the
yeah,
historic
absolutely.
brawl is great for that too.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's like the most appealing and fun part of the format is that you are limited in some ways, and then even more so, like just by the card pool, and then even more so that the fact that there just doesn't seem to be as much emphasis on like oh here's just like generic good stuff brawl cards that like you have to have in your deck, and it's like 30 or 40% of your deck,
Hmm.
right?
Also,
I still felt like a majority of my deck was built around Neyith, and that felt good.
yeah,
No, yeah, and it felt good.
yeah. All right. Well,
Yep.
let's see. Let's get the
Got the
MFA
best of
command
me again today,
going.
Morgan. As not surprising, Morgan's like insanely good at Magic.
Okay, so I dropped the link to the Magic Financial Aid Patreon.
Oh,
Um,
thank you.
and
Yeah,
you can find us on the Magic Financial Aid Discord as well. The Magic Financial Aid Discord is wonderful, and it also lets you get a heads up whenever Chaz and I are going live with a podcast or live with a versus stream. And oh yeah, this video is going to be on YouTube. Let's see, I have a YouTube command too. Okay. I have this is going up on YouTube, so if you missed any of the games, you are welcome to check it out there. You can also find the deck lists in the YouTube description box. They'll be linked there, as well as I'll be linking them on Twitter at Morgan Tries later today once I get them all aggregated. Um, do you have anything left to say, Chaz?
Uh, no, I mean, thank you, Morgan. This was really fun. I'm
Yeah.
glad that we can continue to um, just play Magic like on your stream. It's a nice break. It's
Mm-hmm.
awesome content. I have a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully, everyone else has fun too. And yeah, definitely check out the Discord. Check out the Patreon. We would greatly appreciate it. Um, yeah, I think that's pretty much everything.
All right. Well, thank you everybody for joining us. Thank you, Chaz, for the sub. Thank you, Ruthless Pigeons, for the sub. And thank you, Mr. Ducky, for joining us.
Thanks so much. Yeah, that's awesome.
All right. Have a great day, everybody.
Take care, everyone. Take care, Morgan. Have a good day, everyone.
Bye.